Hello everybody, I'm Rusty. I want to welcome you to Island Breeze Tropicals. So today, why don't we have another episode of Bromeliad Collecting Corner, and I want to show you two really cool bromeliads. Well, okay guys, today I want to show you two really collectible Aechmeas. I'm going to show you Aechmea Harvey's Pride, and then I'm going to also show you Aechmea Loies Pride. So I want to show you these two really cool Aechmeas, and I know where there's plenty of them. Come on, let's go take a tour of Sundance Orchids and Bromeliads in Fort Myers, Florida. Come on, let's have some fun. So in today's Collecting Corner, we're going to be taking a look at two really cool Aechmeas. We're going to be taking a look at Harvey's Pride, that's on the left, and Loies Pride, which is on the right. Now, believe it or not, these came from the same source, the same parent. Both of these cultivars, that means cultivated variation, actually came out of an Aechmea called Little Harv. And Little Harv is basically a gray-green plant. Okay, so everybody always wants to know where a plant comes from. Remember that these are cultivars. We're going to go into cultivars and hybrids real soon in another video, but these are all cultivars. And Harvey's Pride and Loies Pride are cultivars of Little Harv, which is a cultivar of Chantenii, and I'm going to show you how you can tell that pretty easily. So this is the inflorescence on a Aechmea Loies Pride, and this is so reminiscent of Chantenii, which speaks to the eventual parentage of these two plants. Remember that these come from a cultivar itself, Aechmea Little Harv, and Little Harv is said to come from Chantenii, and I would say that this inflorescence really points that out. Now this is Aechmea Harvey's Pride. It has a really wide marginated leaf. Now you can see sometimes that these leaves have variegation in the middle, but primarily Harvey's Pride is a marginated plant. And just like all variegated plants, because variegation is a mutation in the gene, it will manifest itself sometimes into more yellowing in the plant. And as you can see, some of these leaves really can't make up their mind, can they? Some are marginated and some just have yellow in the middle and on the margins. Now the same thing is true of Aechmea Loies Pride. Remember, these are siblings from the same source, and if you take a look, you can see that the variegation is in the middle of Loies Pride. Now this particular Loies Pride has been in 30% shade. In other words, it's gotten an awful lot of light, and you can see that there's a tinge of pink that comes out in the yellow of this plant. But just like with the Harvey's Pride that we showed you, take a look at the variegation in the middle of this Loies Pride. Much different than the previous Loies Pride, because this is almost solid yellow. So one of the things I like about both of these Aechmeas, Aechmea Loies Pride and Harvey's Pride, is that they are stoloniferous, and that means that you can install them into trees. They can be completely arboreal, By the way, you might want to take a look at some of our past episodes, one just recently about how to install bromeliads in trees, and another one asking the question, what is a stolon? Go through our playlist and you'll be able to see them. Now this is Aechmea Harvey's Pride, and as you can see, it's up in a tree, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see. Sorry for this jerky movement here. And as you can see, it's up in that palm tree. This is a reinstall. We lost all of our bromeliads in Hurricane Ian last year at the end of September, so I'm reinstalling stuff and having a great time, and I really love it when I have bromeliads in my trees here at the Tangle. Now this is the sun shining on Aechmea Loies Pride, and I've got two of them mounted in this palm tree, and they really are just a perfect bromeliad to grow arboreally. And I think one of the coolest things is looking at bromeliads and mimicking their natural habitat. So okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed looking at these two really cool collectible Aechmeas. Aechmea Loies Pride and Aechmea Harvey's Pride are really beautiful, and maybe you might want to add them to your collection. So no matter where you are, I hope your sun is shining. I hope you have an island breeze blowing. I know that you need to keep growing, have lots of fun. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.